Wait, one, go.
Adare. We're here at Adare and we're spending the night. Tonight we're going to see a show in Bretton or whatever. Bunratty. And we'll see dancing, eat wonderful food. It's been a wonderful trip so far.
Right now we're looking at thatched cottages. And old abbeys from the 1300s.
Mommy, look at a French place. A French place? Why are you filming that? Gift shop. Daddy, keep off the glass.
That's one of the things you've liked. One of the things you can tell people you've had. Day 13, coming at the end of our trip in Ireland. It's been a good trip. Right now the kids are sleeping. Cheryl's resting. Or Cheryl's sleeping and the kids are resting. I think they're watching TV in their bedroom. Here we are, a place called Adare Country House. It's the finest bed and breakfast we've stayed at. The others were more people's homes turned into bed and breakfast. And while they were doable, I wouldn't recommend going that way. However, here at the Adare Country House, it's been quite different. I'm enjoying my Peterson pipe that I bought in Limerick and smoking some Irish tobacco. The Country Manor House here was built 12 years ago. It's quite pleasant. The rooms are very spacious, spread out, lots of comfortable living areas for the guest. I'll tell you a little bit about our trip. We arrived in Ireland after a long airplane flight from Ballet. Roughly 14 hours from beginning to end. And we stayed in a town called Doolin, which you've seen in this video. We stayed in a guest cottage, very spacious. It was nice. I want to remember that there were three main pubs in town, three historic pubs. McGinn's, O'Connell's, and the other one. I can't think of the name. Well, that's because the other two were, for the most part, uneventful, but O'Connell's was quite memorable. And we had the best Irish and Guinness stew I've had ever there. Also, the other plates that they served were quite nice, the fish and chips and the lamb was incredible. The Irish stew with lamb. And of course, we had lots of pints of Guinness. While I was there, I discovered some great whiskeys, Jameson 12, being probably one of the best I've tasted here. After that, we traveled to, well, first of all, I should say we saw many things in Doolin. Not the least of was lots of castles, which we've shown on this video. And I'd have to say it was wonderful. We didn't get to the Aran Islands. It was too rainy. And instead, we chose to let the kids and Cheryl ride horses up to where they could see the Cliffs of Moher, which here in Ireland, we think of them as the eighth wonder of the world. But then from there, after visiting Galway, which I was very impressed with, the city closed in areas where you could walk, wonderful pubs and shops. We traveled to a place called a13, where we stayed at our first bed and breakfast, which is a woman and gentleman's home that was, again, converted into a B&B. What made it a B&B was that they put bathrooms in the bedrooms. And they usually turned one of the larger rooms into a dining room. Again, it was nice, but again crowded. We stayed at probably a conventional bed and breakfast when home really designed to be a bed and breakfast after that, in the town of Navan, where we went and saw the ancient ruins of prehistoric and monolithic sites, many based on the solar calendar. Passage tombs is what they call them. Newgrange being key among them and Noth being the other. Interesting. It really told me that at some point 5,000 years ago, the human brain evolved to a new level. Not just the human body, but the brain itself, to where it was able to keenly keep track of time and do so in a way that mattered and had significance. Really, I think of it as a milestone of human evolution. From there, we went to Kilkenny, where we stayed in an old country house, again converted into a B&B. Had a wonderful breakfast there. We had wonderful breakfast at that B&B. Many things to choose. The menu was quite large, and I'm trying to remember what we exactly had, but it was a one-night stay. Kilkenny is a great town. It's a Viking town. There's some very significant castles there, as well as the walls, the original walls that surrounded the town. And there's a nice place to walk along those walls in the river. After Kilkenny, we went to Killarney, which probably one of the most beautiful areas of Ireland, I have to say. We didn't do the Ring of Kerry. We were just too tired. And we had 2 days in Killarney, and Cheryl wanted to use those days to her most fullest advantage. So we knocked off a couple things that we wanted to do. One was we kissed the Blarney Stone. The other, we went to Waterford on the way to Killarney. So I'm going to show you some things here.